Om Shanti. Imbibe the virtues of sweetness and humility to become great. Transformation. You, great soul, should constantly have sweet and great thoughts for all other souls. The Father's nature for every soul is constantly benevolent. He has merciful feelings, feelings of uplifting everyone, and feelings of sweetness and humility. Therefore, make your nature the same. To have the nature of speaking sharply or of becoming forceful is a huge obstacle in a Brahmin life. Now, transform such a nature. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 4. Imbibe the virtues of sweetness and humility to become great. Today's topic, transformation. Pass with honor, rushing impatience. We have to get rid of this. Sweet, sweet child, because Baba loves you. He cannot bear to see you laboring. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. The way Ratan Mohini Dadi explains everything, even it's very little, maybe if we listen whole class, it will be very powerful, but even whatever little we hear from her, it's really based on original knowledge of Baba. Because when Baba gives knowledge or gave knowledge in the sense of, Sakar, through Sakar Baba, all the Murlis, but Dadi, the way she explains, very, very clear. And she said certain dharana or qualities are required to have constant remembrance of Baba. And also we do mention little bit about, the bhakti they're doing some countries, and that is how to be free from wasteful thoughts. And those who are doing it, they're finding it very, very useful. So those who are interested can go into YouTube and read it. For every day there is some dharana which will help you to be free from wasteful thinking. There is nothing in the world which doesn't changes. Everything changes. Time, circumstances. If you keep a new cloth, completely new, and after 1 year when you open it, it's old. Sometimes it's like cloth is not there. It's just the threads. So nature has, they call it kudrat, nature has that quality of change. But if person doesn't change, then circumstances will change it. Yesterday we were talking little bit about emergency. If you don't get cylinder, if you don't get gas, or they're saying even diesel here, which we used to get supply, now won't happen. You have to go individually. And that will be also after 6 weeks. So it's a lot of things will happen because of the war. So we were planning if that happens, what we will do. So they said that they will have steam cooking through solar. So it will be dal, rice, and sabji. No roti, no puri, no. So they keep talking about puri. So I said, it's good now that people don't get puri, right? Like Thursdays, mostly they make aloo puri or something. Roti, they won't get, at least they will have rice. I said, maybe we should also know how to make brown rice, or millet khichdi as they're making. Is substitute instead of only eating white rice every day. So maybe by force, everyone will eat healthy food because you won't get pakoras, you won't get puri, you won't get paneer sabzi regularly. Dal, rice, and one sabzi. Everyone. So we were just saying, and they were so concerned. Some, oh, we can't fry puri. No. On steam, how will you fry puri? Anyway, so we have to adopt to changes, right? So change is must. So self transformation brings world transformation. Yeah. So we should always remind ourselves. No, Baba says sometimes that some they change themselves according to teachings. Some are told, why don't you be like that? Then they change or don't change. But there are some, they have to force to be changed. No, it's a different thing in Hindi, they say it. But this is how it will be. So, self realization, self transformation should be our nature. Nobody needs to tell me, understand the signal and change. Understand the time, signal of time and change. If we won't change, time will force you to change. Right? So Baba says that transformation, you great souls should constantly have sweet and great thoughts for all other souls. Sweet and great thoughts for all other souls. The Father's nature for every soul, Father's nature for every soul. What is that? Is constantly benevolent. He has merciful feelings. Baba says feelings of uplifting everyone and benefits of sweetness and humility. Humility is very important. Therefore, Baba says, make your nature same like Father. Benevolent, merciful, and be sweet. So Baba says that to have the nature of speaking sharply, and forcefully, or of becoming forceful, Baba says a huge, that is like a huge obstacle in Brahmin life. So Baba says now transform such a nature. And really, if we are determined, we can change. But this whole thing of a lot of people call it attacks, which is, psychology also doesn't accept as a normal mind. Why suddenly you are very sweet, you laughing, and then suddenly, so what is the cause? Is it tension? Is it stress? Is it some fear? There's something within us, and we have to take care of that. Because generally, Recently, there had been this whole thing of psychology that this is like double personality. You are very nice, sweet, laugh, and then you are suddenly. So we have to take care of what they call it mental health. No? Why this happens to me? Find out the cause, remove the cause, and bring self transformation. It's really very, very important so that others see you. You are calm all the time. You are happy all the time. Not like you are very happy and then you uh, very upset. That's not a good personality. Right? And a lot of people have problem these days. Students with instruments or instruments amongst themselves. In good relationships, you are consistent. Right? Not one day you are sweet, next day I don't want to talk to you. Right? And third day again I am sweet. It's not considered very healthy. Like body, very quickly getting cold, headache, you're not healthy. So for mind to be healthy, for soul to be healthy, we have to be consistent, and that is sweet and humility, benevolent and merciful. These are Baba's qualities. Okay, I think self-transformation, self-realization, very, very important. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Mohini Didi.
Hello, Om Shanti.
So
How are
good
you?
to. Oh, I'm great and doing well. I really like this month's focus on humility and sweetness. It really makes you think. And I have a little friend here who wants to see you. And this is a beautiful little image of sweetness. And I wish I could give it to you through the camera. But Didi, you know, you command a presence of authority that's also, I would say, gentle. You you're very careful not to harm anyone or hurt anyone's feelings, and not only people, but also situations, that they are taken in a very graceful way. Even just now, talking about if there's any shortages or food, just be light and adjust to the drama and find benefit. So, Didi, if you could tell us how on your journey of being an authority and also balancing it with this gentleness, kindness, how do you acquire such a stage?
Can you introduce yourself few minutes?
Yes, thank you. See what I mean? Always so respectful to each and every one of us. My name's Elizabeth, and I serve here at the Anabuti Retreat Center, and it's just north of San Francisco in California. So I'm very happy to be with my Avyakti family. Um, so
So
yes,
everything is okay in California.
yeah, we're fine. We're It seems like business as usual, but I did visit my Lokik family to just check in with them, and they're really concerned. And my brother's son, because my father's in hospice right now, and so my father was telling his son, who's got a child of his own, that one day you'll be taking care of me when I'm sick. And his son immediately said, well, I don't know if that opportunity will ever happen with the state of the world. And I was, wow. So even though it's acting as business as usual, there's still this sort of underneath subliminal, maybe, I don't know if concern for people.
How
And
old is he?
my nephew is probably 30, young 30s. He's an engineer, and they just have a 2-year-old now. So interesting. And
Yeah. So younger generation also are seeing that there might be end now, right? And I was remembering that, when we start doing exhibitions in 1962, Ramesh Pai was there and he came up with this idea and we did it in Bombay. And I remember Baba sent all of us to see what it is. And it was in a very beautiful hall right on the seaside. And the topic which Baba gave us, and I like it, was World Renewal Exhibition. So I thought that now is the time to keep that topic. World has to be renewed because it's old and it's being destroyed. And what we doing as Brahma Kumaris and Baba's children is to construct, right? Is to build. Now, when you're asking me how did I don't know if sometimes it's two ways. One is you're born with that, like I always, since I was young, I like to be nice with people. I like to help people. I always volunteered myself for all the, situations which came. And kind of this whole feeling that, they say sometimes, you did this to me. If somebody does this to you, how will you feel? They always say, look at how will you feel. And when you do that to others, how will they feel? Not only that, but also Baba says, from everyone's heart, there should be good feelings for you, good wishes for you, blessings for you. And it's only possible if I am kind. And I don't know, there is so much joy when you could do something for anyone. There's so much happiness in giving, you know. So that's what I find because I feel joy, I feel happy, and deep satisfaction inside that I could be of use to others also. So I had some, since childhood, as I said, I was a good volunteer. Once we had like COVID, first time when we used to call it influenza, and then we say flu, short. So when it happened in 60s, every home, everyone was sick, and we used to have like a community kind of, where many of us lived together as neighbors. There was like family feeling. Everyone was sick. People cannot get up and make tea, like COVID. In those days, there was no vaccination of flu. There was no medicine of flu. So people were just dying, becoming very weak. In offices, they were lying on the benches because they couldn't work. And I remember that I was well. I didn't get it. And so I will make this big kettle of tea and I will go door to door in that neighborhood, give them tea and offer them some bread. And I remember that in that neighborhood, they always looked at me like, now when is this little angel coming? I was 12, 13 years old. it was too heavy, I will ask somebody to help me. And we just went distribute bread and tea or whatever way, I could do, because I'm seeing all of them are sick. So I think that there is this whole quality of that if something causes sorrow to me and I'm doing same to other person will cause sorrow. So there is a saying in Hindi that if high means some sorrow comes out of anyone, you won't be happy. Hmm? So Dadi Janki, one time wanted to send something for an old mother or old Dadi. And she said, I'm sending because I feel no desire should be left in anyone. You could have ignored why she needs this. She doesn't need it. She said, no, I must give her. She has asked me and I have to give her. So we learn from Dadis also. Even yesterday, I was telling them that let's say somebody 2, 3 years hadn't been a good person. But today, if he's willing to change and asking me something, I shouldn't say no, you won't get, you had been a bad person. But maybe today is the day for him to change and I must help him. That's not general policy. Our policy is I will help you if you had been good, but I will help you now because today you decided to be a good person. It's a different understanding. And I was explaining them some situation, some people call me for little help here, there. And I said, I would like to help. They say, oh, he had been like that. He had been always like that. So I said, maybe today is deciding to change. Why don't we let him change? It will be good for Yagya. It will be good for our image also. See, it's the way we think always is what that person was. But if that person today is looking like little different, we should take opportunity to help that person. Real seva is really that kind of helping souls to have self-transformation. Authority is there, but authority can also be used in a very beneficial way. So I know that some people think gentle nature is not what's going to help you in today's world. Mm. But I still believe in this way because I want to be what I am. I can't be what others want me to be like. And this is what I am always. Since I remember I was young, I always, as I mentioned that I was child when there was partition of India and Pakistan. So there were many children had no food, no water to drink, no clean clothes. So my parents taught me, take extra sandwich, take one apple extra. You eating, give that little child because that little child is hungry and looking at you eating. How will it won't really make you healthy also. That is why when they feed children milk, they always wrap a cloth around so that they say there are so many hungry because their desire also is to drink milk, but they're not getting it because of whatever reason. So I think that humanitarian nature where you think about not only yourself, but like our Dadi Prakash Mani, everything she will do for everyone. Because she said that creates a lot of contentment. But if I say, no, you will get, you won't get. No? Dadi said, no, I want to get for everyone. So I think that's a very, to be real human, it's important to have these qualities. Right? Before we become deities, at least we are good human beings. Right?
Yes. Yes, thank you, Didi. Especially now as times are delicate and they're going to become more delicate. that we keep that in our hearts to serve people, even in with food, hospitality, and of course our stage. I was also thinking too, Didi, about sweetness. There, there's different types of sweetness. Um, there's a sweetness that's genuine because it is nurturing, it is respectful. And then there's a kind of sweetness that has I guess, a hidden agenda, that is sticky, it wants something. Um, so how to discern for yourself the difference and to not in so much with others, but also to check myself. Uh, it should be that my sweetness is authentic. And for example, Didi, I can remember many years ago, some personalities, as Baba was saying today in the angelic, um, you know, message, some people's personalities can be harsh. And so you try to be sweet with them. But if you're doing it so that they become calm, it doesn't have that effect to transform the soul. So there has to be some shift to make it authentic so that you build trust, I guess, in that soul because it took time. And it seems fake even. You're not being really genuinely kind or gentle or sweet.
No,
So,
they call it, there are tablets, very bitter, and they call it sugar coated, right?
yes.
So some sweetness is like coated sugar coat. Inside is bitterness, right? And I think that vibrations, you will know that this is not real. This is something somebody is trying to pretend. If you are sensitive to vibrations, you will know. These days they have a lot of things, they call it gold plated. It's
Well,
not full gold, but only on the top.
mhm.
They have some things called gold water. They just put the water of gold, but they're not real gold. So you are true that what is true sweetness? I think that if you are in relationship with that person for long term, you will know that. In the beginning, you might not know. Same like if you are, doing something, saying something, and it's temporary. It's for little thing you change your mind. You could be revengeful, you can be upset. All these things happen when you are not real. When you are real, then it doesn't affect you. You don't react to people. You stay what you are naturally.
Mhm.
That's something very important. I don't behave like what other person is. It's like kind of subtle revenge. You hadn't been good with me, so I won't be good. And I say, whatever you had been, I will be good because that's what I am. No, they always say good people don't have much choice, right? They have to be good. So same as I find that if we have that real sweetness, gentleness, we don't have any other choice, right? We have to be that. And that's the real one, right?
Yes. It could be said for humility too,
Mm.
to be genuine with humility. But sometimes people, perhaps they're harsh sometimes, Didi, because they feel they can't motivate people to get things done. So they'll speak harshly. And if I remain humble, then they'll take advantage of me. So how can I be assertive, have that authority in a humble, respectful way?
I mean, let's say for us, Baba has given us Shrimat, right?
Mhm.
We all must follow. But there are some souls around me. Maybe they have some more authority and they want me to do something which is against Srimad. I won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Baba will protect me. So it does happen even within our family here. If somebody is forcing you to do something which is not what Baba wants. So Baba is almighty and I am listening to Baba and I will do what Baba wants me to do, not any human being. I know some little conflicts like this do arise, but if you have faith in Baba and so this nature of subservient or nature of fear, nature of, but if I have faith in Baba and I am following what Baba is saying, and other one is trying to say, no, you have to do this way. I think that it's little bit, you have to be realistic. Like one sister, she has to cook at 4 o'clock. So I was there and I said, why this pressure cooker 4 in the morning? Said, because I am told I have to cook that way. I said, you could say no. And she said, then I will be punished in some way or other. I said, no, you tell Baba, I'm following Srimad, invoke Baba, and you will see the difference. And she did it. She told whosoever told her, I'm not cooking at 4 in the morning. I must meditate even half an hour, 15 minutes, even for 5 minutes. I will do that, but I will not disobey Baba because he wants me to do. Once in a while is all right, but every day. So there are certain orders, directions which are not relevant, but I have to follow Baba's Srimad now. As I say, once in a while, we also have to travel, then we cook early morning. Even 3:30 we have to cook. That is another thing. Other is why you have to cook at that time. 12 o'clock at some center, there was sister sleeps very late. So they washing pots. I said, why you make all this noise, pots and pans, 12 o'clock? Because we have to do it. So I think we have to be normal. We have to accept Baba's routine. We have to keep to our spiritual life, physical health, emotionally. Our well-being is also up to us now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, not be subservient.
Yes, thank you, Didi. What I'm hearing is that we develop such a wonderful companionship with Baba that we trust that if I follow Srimad and I'm doing the right thing with regard, and of course some humility, that the drama will shift in my favor.
Mm.
Yeah. I think,
Anyway, you
yes.
are sweet.
Oh, thank you for the blessing. Yes. Yes, we have to trust that relationship with Baba. Yeah. Thank you, Didi.
So you have any song on sweetness?
Oh gosh, Didi. I should prepare ahead of time.
Okay, next time maybe.
Yes, I will, Didi, next time.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, Om Shanti.
Okay. Om Shanti.